What's going on, people? So, as I've been doing these videos for Digital Home, I've come up with a new idea, and I want to start documenting my process at Digital Home. So, when I first came on, I was doing this daily, like a Facebook Live every day, talking about like what I was learning, all this stuff, and it was fun. Like I really enjoyed it. Like 10 minutes every time. It was a good time, but I stopped because I was just getting too busy. But now I want to start doing it again. Probably won't be as long. Like I guess maybe probably like 10 minutes or so every time. I'm hoping for, and just watching the journey, like how things are going, how things are changing, etc. So I guess I'll start there. First, so how things are going, right? Today is, let's see, the 8th of January, so 1/8/2016, and things are picking up, right? So it was definitely a struggle walking in the door. Wasn't much of a sales process kind of set up. All right, my dad, a lot of everything came from like referrals, and that was how all sales were made. And coming in, I had all these different ideas of how I was going to approach it. Specifically, like one of the main things was like looking at past clients and utilizing them to kind of grow the base, right? And I don't think that's a bad idea. Still, I think it actually is a good idea. I just think it takes a lot more work and a lot more emphasis on it from a holistic standpoint, right? The whole business kind of has to shift to do that, and I don't think we're there yet. I think I'm still going to implement that, but we're just not there yet. Right now, what I've been doing that's been going well and starting to really pick up is focusing more on new development and like partnerships in a way, right? So thinking about like the builder community, remodelers, and things like that, and leveraging them to be the people who I'm really going after. Leveraging them to be the people who are going to like buy a lot of our stuff. So what I mean by that, right, is the builder or developer would be our end client. Like, so if they're building a new home or a large apartment building or community, they become a customer for us, who really is going to become a pretty big customer, right? So if they're building a community, they're building, 30 homes within that community. That's great for us. Or if they're building an apartment building and it's a eight unit apartment building, we get 8 apartments right off that one hit, right? So that's been like who I've decided I kind of want to go after. And then also flippers, people who like buy old homes, remodel them, and fix them up and flip them. So that's really kind of the market I've been going after. What I realized out that market was they're kind of tough to find because a lot of them don't have like websites and stuff. So I developed our Instagram, got that going a bit. Through that, we were able to find some people, not nearly as much as like we're gonna need to really get it going. So started finding different avenues to find more. So I'm going through this just so I have this for later. But so then went to Realtors. Realtors were a good section on how to find builders, because builders, investors, etc., because they know their territory well. The question was like what makes this valuable for them, and I think we answered that. Essentially, we give them something different to talk about to these investors, right? They're always trying to add value to them, because that's how they continue to grow their relationships. And then obviously, like if somebody wants a kickback or anything like that, some of them do, some of them don't, which gotta be, it's a thin line, gotta kind of navigate. But that's been really good. Actually have 2 meetings on Wednesday with some developers in New York City. One's really big, the other one's going to be the first meeting, so don't know much yet, but that's pretty exciting. So that's going well. Number 2, I really want to start niching down a little bit in terms of geographical location. I think going after everything has been a little tough because you can't boil the ocean, right? That's kind of the whole idea. So been thinking a lot more about like niching down to like Jersey City. Really, Jersey City is really what I want to niche down to, and we'll kind of figure out if I need to go bigger than that, where I need to go Hudson County, all Hudson County, or Bergen County and Hudson County. But right now, I'm niching down straight up to Jersey City because I know that is like the hub of like building within New Jersey. So how am I doing that? Going after all the realtors in Jersey City. I'm building. I've got what is it? All the builders like that I could find within the area, and I'm going after them. Right? I'm making these videos for YouTube, leveraging that to send to them to just start adding value to their conversations, because I think through adding value, they'll want to have more conversations with me that will then lead to business. All right, cool. So that's where we're at, and I want to talk a little more big picture now. So just thinking big picture, right? Oh man, it's been a crazy ride. It's been fun. But one of the things that I really wanted to chat about here was, so if you guys know me, like I'm a huge Gary Vee guy, like been a Gary Vee guy for a long time. And what I've realized like over like the last years is like I'm a huge content consumer. Like I watch a lot of Gary Vee, listen to Tim Ferriss, blah, 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 blah. But like the problem is like I'm not doing, right? I'm not creating more stuff. So like that's been a big thing about this year for me. Like create, do. Like 2017 is the year of do. That's my word. I just kind of came up with it. People like ask like, what's your word for the year? That's mine. Do. And going off that, like something that was like instrumental in this year for me was meeting with Gary Vee's assistant, my boy Tyler, from high school. Like just hearing how they're working, right? Like I mean, I thought I worked hard, like coming here, I'd be working all the time, but like I'd be taking breaks, like and consuming, right? That was always the issue, and that leads to nothing. Or I'd take or I'd be like doing something, but I'd have something on the TV here, and it just didn't lead to like the growth that I wanted to see within the business. And literally over the last like 2 weeks since I've sat with Tyler, I think I've been doing a lot more in terms of like creating the content and doing more. So that's been really good, and just knowing like about knowing that there's other people out there putting the work like I am kind of makes you feel a little better, right? Not that putting in work ever makes you feel bad, but like there is that like, man, like I want to go hang, like I don't want to keep saying no to my boys who want to go out, like when like because how do you develop relationships like that, right? Or do you break relationships like that? So it's just interesting. But I mean, my boys are my boys. I think we'll be good. No, now the other thing, keep it on that Gary Vee topic a little bit. Tim from Imperial Builders. I actually need to message him back on Instagram, but I spoke with this guy Tim from Interior Builders. He is a big Gary Vee fan as well. Pretty much watched Gary Vee and implemented, right? And he's been in the like kitchen and bath business in like the Hudson County area for 2 years, and year over year, 100% growth, 100% growth, 100% growth. I chatted with him. He gave me some great tips on like how to continue to grow our business, and like I'm going full throttle like that. He said something that was really interesting to me, which was essentially like he was like because he's a Russian dude, and he was like I listened to Gary Vee, like he's a Russian guy, like they really loved it because of that, right? Like that was, I mean, obviously because of what Gary was saying, but like also like that was another connection point that like really helped him like I'm going all in. And like this something big about this for me is like I want to inspire, like I put in like my blog post below, but like a big part of me wanting to be an entrepreneur is like I want to inspire like young black kids to like go for it, like be an entrepreneur, make money, hire, because I think that's the big way to change like the socioeconomic status of the community, right? Kind of how the Jews do and all that. So actually some kid from Instagram hit me up, and damn it, I meant to get his name, but it was like Damani, I think that was his name, on Instagram, hit me up. I mean, not Instagram, on Snapchat, hit me up, and he was just like, yo man, like you're really inspiring, like I'm a young black kid in London, but like, I watch all your stuff, and that's really been helping me like, be inspired to do, right? Like, and maybe he's just watching, but like I think little by little it'll start to like he'll be like, all right, I gotta do. And I think that's what happened with me, right? I was watching Gary all the time. I'm like, yeah, that gets you inspired, but like then you're in the same position year over year, time over time. It's like, fuck that, I gotta do. So, I mean, that was big for me. And by doing more shit, like the ideas are flowing, right? So I'm doing these videos, like talking about, I'm sending to my pop, sending to my mom, sending to my aunt, and like it's just really starting to hit ahead. I was gonna do a video tonight again. I've just made 2 this week, but I think tonight's gonna be sending them out more to these builders, and continuing to get that going, because I think that's huge. But I mean, I got to keep building them, but definitely getting them out. And maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll just put the one on the blog. I don't know. But I just wanted to start this off. This like vlog, or like whatever you want to call it. Kind of just following the journey. Me here at Digital Home. I'm going to call it Better Than Yesterday. So welcome to Better Than Yesterday, episode 1. See you guys in episode 2. Peace.